All right, what's up? This is Ruben from TG, and I want to show you. Actually, before I even tell you, well, I'll tell you. I want to show you the greatest single indicator that I love, that I think works wonders to this day. I hate lagging indicators, but this indicator, it works miracles. Now, I'm remaking this video because somebody wrote a comment here saying that my audio got lost in the 3-minute marker, and I looked at it. I was like, God dang it! All right, let's go over this. What do I want to show you? Why is this indicator the best? I'm gonna tell you why, okay? The indicator that I'm about to share with you helped me make 50% on Netflix puts yesterday, okay? And I look a little bit sweaty because I just came back from running outside. This also helped all the TGE members inside my private Telegram channel make 50% return on the Netflix put trade, okay? So what is it? How does it work? That indicator is the VWAP. Okay. Now, if you've seen my videos, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of indicators for the mere fact that they're lagging. They depend on historical volatility, which is like price action, what already happened, but it doesn't take into consideration forward-looking metrics. I like implied volatility. I like deltas. I like gamma. I like theta. I like Greeks, which you can only get at the option premium level. Now, there are a couple indicators, and this indicator is by far one of the strongest, okay, that I've been using since 5+ years ago, since I started trading, because it holds some strength. It helps us with the trades, which we use it for the Netflix trade here at 50%. All right. So I want to go over that trade so you understand how to put a game plan together, and you could do this as well too. Okay. This is the whole point of this video, is to show you how to use an indicator with other tools that are forward-looking metrics so you can have an edge in the market. Okay. Not MACDs, not RSIs. VWAP is good, volume is good, and that's it. But I like VWAP. Let's talk about VWAP and how to use it. Okay. So I'm going to go back first. I'm going to replay this to this day. Okay. These are the levels. I haven't touched the levels. This is what we were seeing at the time. Okay. And what I want to show you is first, how do you set up support and resistance? Because this is what you have to know. Like, if you get into a trade based on just the VWAP alone, and you don't know what key levels are gonna, like, our market makers going to influence the stock, okay, you're gonna be in big trouble because you may get clapped. Okay, so we have to set up the levels first, and we use a tool called Gactron. Okay, I've said this many times. Which you may be new to the channel, which I can't blame you, but this is Gactron. Okay, Gactron. When we look at this chart, we just want to look at the tall bars, whether they're positive or negative. Those are going to give us an indication of like where are the key levels of support and resistance. Now, the levels are way different today because Gactron is always calculating the future key levels as the option market's going, right? So trading hours. Okay, once we have these levels, the next, I mark them here. So like at the time, we had 1182.5, we had 1160. These are all key levels. And you may see also something here called DEM on my charts, which is daily expected move. Because the other thing Gactron is really good at is calculating the expected move, okay? The expected move, this takes into consideration implied volatility, which again is forward-looking, right? And then also theta, because as time gets closer to an expiration date, that expected move shrinks and shrinks, unless there's some sort of news or catalyst. So we look at this, and here's the thing about Gactron. It shows you every single expected move number on the right-hand side for every single expiration date, which is really awesome. So we like to use this especially for every quarterly moves, because stocks move in cycles, but that's not the point. This was a day trade. So in the case of Netflix put, I looked at the weekly. And at the time, I don't know if I wrote it down. Usually I'm pretty good at writing it down, the number here, but I didn't do it that time. I don't remember what this was. This was about probably $8, maybe $12. I don't know. I wrote it down here at the time. 1204 was the weekly top. This shouldn't even be DM. It should be. This is my own personal chart. That's why it's a little bit messed up. But it should be WEM because it's weekly expected move, not daily. Okay, because Netflix expirations expire on Fridays all the time, and that's a weekly day. Okay. With that said, now that I have my support and resistance lines based on this chart, now that I have also this expected move, right? Because this is going to help me, one, for setups, for possible resistance zones, support zones, maybe entries. But now the expected move helps us figure out realistic price targets by the end of the week. That's the key thing. That's why expected move is really powerful in Gextron. Okay. The next thing that we like to look at here is also unusual option orders. Okay. At the time, which was May 29th, earlier in the day, we were seeing a lot of puts. It had a lot of puts for the day. Okay. So a lot of puts, puts, calls. There's a lot of call selling as well too. You see here puts. Okay, with that said, right, we're seeing a put flow coming in. With that said, and you can see here too, there was some more puts happening. Very short dated puts, right? This column right here in the middle is DTE. So there was a lot of short-term dated puts coming in. So it gave us more conviction on the trade. Now, at the time, around this time, I was looking at Netflix. Okay, and I noticed this is where the VWAP comes in. This is where it really starts to help you figure out, okay, can we get to this level? It's below this level. Maybe I can start getting a short bias or a long bias, whatever the case is. But in this case, when I was looking at the 5-minute time frame, and I also like to look at the 30-minute time frame because it's, in my opinion, better. Okay, here's what happened. This candlestick refused to hold, right? It couldn't get above the VWAP. Now, the V, so that's really important, right? And on top of that, like I said, there's another indicator here called volume, which everybody should be having. Every single trader, especially if you're a retail trader, should be having it. As it's going up, volume is dying. Okay, so that's a good sign. Weakness. So all I had to do as a trader was just wait for price to get below VWAP, right? And have some sort of volume kicking in. Now I believe I executed this on the 15-minute time frame. But you see here, as it's coming down, volume is now picking up here. Okay, so it's getting below VWAP and volume is picking up. Awesome. We took the trade and we sold around this area right here. That was it. This is about, what is this? 1189 all the way near 1184. So it's about a 5 or a 6 point drop, right? This was enough to score this this 54% return. And that's it. Okay? The VWAP is a really helpful tool for intraday trading. Now, we could take a look at, actually, I want to show you one more thing because I know I want to show you one more thing about the expected move, okay? Because if you look at the rest of the day, I believe it went even lower. It went lower below end trends level. So, okay, you see that? It did go lower. So this, to me, if I would have held longer, we could have made a lot more money for sure. Okay. Now, here's where the expected move, this WEM, comes into play. This was by the end of the day, I believe. So it was 2:15. Let's just go back to today's current time. I haven't touched these lines. WEM, expected move. This is all forecasted from Gextron. This is why it's really important. Okay. One reason that I got out of this trade early was because I noticed that, again, when we look at volume at the time, you see how it starts to pick up and it's bouncing, right? It has some wicks there. So for me, and it's at this key level, 1182. So I don't want to be in this trade if it can't get below that level. So that's why we took the profit at 50% and it was like, whatever, move on, right? We didn't catch this extra drop. Now, Now, as of today is Friday, which is the next day, the next trading day. It opened near expected move, and now it's heading back to expected move. It bounced. Actually, I didn't even see this. It bounced from entrance all the way today, and now it's going back to expected move. This is why trading with Gextron levels, they really help. They will give you an edge in the market. And you can see here, okay, the way you could have traded this again with the VWAP is easy, right? Okay, we're near expected top. So if the expected top has already been met, you can take a trade to short it if the signs are there, right? It's price is below VWAP. Great, let's short it. Boom, boom. Okay, you might have gotten stopping out here, but it's going back down. You could take another entry, right? And aim for entrance level, the key level right here, 1182. It bounced here. Take your profit here. Now, if price is going back up, you aim for this level right here, and look where it's going, right? You could use the VWAP to help you kind of figure out, is it going to go, what direction is it going to go? What key level based on the Gextron levels? And you use VWAP together, you can figure that out, all right? It's really that simple. So I recommend that if you don't have VWAP, use the VWAP because it's a very, very strong indicator. It's one of my favorites. I don't like any indicators. I used a lot over the course of my trading career, and VWAP seems to be one of the most consistent and reliable ones, along with volume. Okay, so give that a shot. If you want to trade with us, okay, when we take these trades, I'll put a link in the description box for you to check out. If you want to try out Gextron, I'll put a link in the description box as well. If you have any questions or any comments, put them in the comment area and I will get back to you. All right? Peace out.